Hello everyone, in this video we'll discuss the background of a poem, the title of which is Lapis Lazuli, written by W.B. Yeats. W.B. Yeats wrote this poem on 25th of July 1936 and this poem was published in his collection Last Poems. Lapis Lazuli is a precious blue stone that was gifted to him by Harry Clifton on his 17th birthday. So this poem is dedicated to Harry Clifton. Here there are 4 questions that may be asked in the competitive examination. Lapis lazuli is a blue precious stone. Second, it was gifted to W.B. Yeats on his 17th birthday. Third, by Harry Clifton. So this poem is dedicated to Harry Clifton. Next, this poem was published in the Last Poems written on 25th of July 1936. Now let's see the stone. So this is a blue stone with marvelous carvings. The description of the carvings is in the last stanza of the poem. So when we do the textual study of the poem, we will discuss about it. When W.B. received this stone, so this stone was a precious piece of art. So poet get inspired to think or meditate on the role of art in the face of the tragic world. So seeing it, poet gets inspired to meditate on the role of art where in the face of the tragic world. Why tragic world? World War was going, and he stated this in a letter to Dorothy Wallasey on July 6, 1935, and Yeats wrote to Dorothy that about his that the large piece of stone that was gifted to him made him to meditate over him, intrigued him to meditate over it. So when this poem starts, Lapis Lazuli, because the war-torn world was there, so it starts with a pessimistic tone where hysterical women are worried about the condition of the world, about the impending war, and has lost the faith in the art. So it starts with pessimistic tone. As poem goes forward, so poem progresses, he becomes more contemplative, and he suggests that as in tragedy, players play their part without being affected by it, so should human. And by the end of the poem becomes optimistic. So there are 3 tones in the poem. Pessimistic, starts with pessimistic, contemplative and optimistic. Now let's come to the theme. There are 2 main themes in the poem. First is the rise and the fall of civilization, that civilization come and go, and civilization keep on coming and going, but art sustains. So second is the triumph of art and philosophy. The whole poem is written in the form of argument. It starts with a response to those hysterical women who are worried about the impending war and lost his faith in the art. The poem begins with the account of war phobia and panic that swept across the Europe during the years 1934 and 39. After picturing the terrifying or the terror-stricken picture of the period where the bomb can fall anytime, the poet goes on to add that world is a tragic drama, and the actors should keep acting without yielding to the emotion of the time. So without getting affected by the emotion of the time, the actors we are, as Shakespeare said, that in the 7 stages of life, that we are actor and actresses. So we must keep on acting our part without being affected by the emotion of the time. Further, at the last of the stanza of the poem, the poet gives the account of Lapis Lazuli. He talks about the scenes carved on the stone, and he talks about that whatever the condition of the world may be, art could bring peace and solace amidst the chaotic situation. So this makes the whole of the poem. In the next video, we'll discuss the poem line by line.